So what was it that I said to God going into 2017 that changed the course of my life? You want to know? You want to know? So welcome to the Nest, and I'm Ruby Red Renee. So I hope that you find that this place is a nurturing environment. There are things that can happen that in the moment you may not even know how profound the steps that you make really are. And that's what happened to me, so I wanted to share that with you. So in 2016, December 2016, going into January 2017, I had come to the conclusion that I was over the way my life was going. I knew a lot of concepts. I practiced a lot of things, fairly educated, bachelor's degree, master's degree, all of these certifications, been able to help people. However, my life did not reflect that abundance that I knew about. All of the things that I've been taught in my belief system about God and about abundance and about heaven and hell and all of the dogma, all of the beliefs, all of the religious order of things. It just wasn't doing it for me. It just made no sense. And since my father had passed a few years earlier, my life had changed because my identity was attached to my world, and my world was a church. And because I was the minister of music, and because I was in charge of this and in that, and the pastor's daughter and the first family and all of those things. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily have to be your life. Your life just could be just like mine's, but something that was in your belief system that prevented you from being, doing, and stepping out on what it is you wanted to really do. So whether your story is just like mine's, or whether it was a God thing, a religious thing, it could just be your inability to stand up to your family or to change your way of moving forward in life when everyone else was going to the right. You wanted to go to the left. You wanted to do something different. So this is all about, how I came to change a serious belief system, a serious paradigm in my life in a way that has now brought me to the point that I am at. What did I say? So it had to be like going into January when I was over it and things in my life, again, were not going well. I felt kind of alone, didn't know which way to go, and nothing felt familiar. So I said to God, show me you in an untraditional way. And honey child, if you don't want God to do something, you can call him the God, universe, the divine, the all, whatever you call it. I call him God. I call him all. But if you want something and you ask God, trust and believe. It is so. Because, baby, yes, it started to happen. I hope that this is resonating with you. And if it's resonating with you, it would mean the world to me if you would just give me a thumbs up or leave your messages in the description box, or, find a way to get this message out, or leave me an email. Email me at Mirrayou, the number 2, TLC@gmail.com. Let me know, or just, make some time to talk with me. Check me out on my website at www.mirrayou.net. All right, so back to the story. Verbatim. Show me you in an untraditional way. I was over it. I was tired. I didn't want to hear about the church. Even at the time, I was going to church, and on a Palm Sunday, I think it was Palm Sunday 2017, I decided to go to the beach and have my own resurrection service. I kind of felt like I needed to represent or to go to church or to have some kind of ceremony. It was Palm Sunday, you know. It was the beginning. Remember, this is about April. Show me you in an untraditional. Then before I knew it, I can't remember what happened really much in January and February. But what I do know is, by April, I felt the need to cut my hair. Right? Why? Why? Look, why did I want to cut my hair? I didn't know what my head would look like. You know, I'd cut my hair short before. I've had hair, you know. So every style, every braid, every jerry curl, every wig, every bob, every perm, everything, right? And so playing with hair wasn't a big deal to me. However, to cut my hair completely off was huge. That was huge. So, and the way that God leads us oftentimes, he doesn't always give us all of the details, right? It's kind of like when he leads you into something, you may be thinking it's for one purpose, and that momentum of that thing that you think you're going towards gets you at such a pace going forward that you can, you had a really good clip and you're feeling yourself. And then all of a sudden, it gets to this one point where there's a fork in the road. You have to go to the left or you have to go to the right, right? And so I cut the hair. I was working at the time, and so the responses were amazing because who cuts their hair without there being like maybe an illness or maybe something, but mostly people thought that I was ill. So the moment I cut my hair, though, it was the most exhilarating, the most liberating thing that I could have ever done. I remember cutting my hair. I remember being in the mirror and shaving my hair, and I opened my eyes and it just felt amazing. I don't know if I've ever felt that beautiful. And from a black woman's perspective, that's just not what we just go do. I mean, these days I've seen Sanaa Lathan do it for a movie, and I've seen Tiffany Haddish do it here lately in 2020. But typically that is not what we do. And so it gave me such a freaking boost of confidence, because prior to that, I never had a problem standing and speaking in front of people. But at my job, things started to feel weird. I started to kind of get nervous when I spoke in front of people. But when I cut my hair, it's like I was in charge of me again. I don't know why, but that's exactly how I felt. And everywhere I went, I could feel people questioning it. I could, what happened to her? People didn't really know what to ask. You know how they do, like, hi, you good? How you doing? I even had a chaplain that I worked with who said, all right, Renee, come on over here. Now, do I need to pray? I'm like, sir, no, sir. You don't. It was a choice. I chose to cut my hair off. I'm not ill. Or I would watch little kids watch me, and they're so honest. And they would just stare like, wow. But I still felt powerful. When I didn't know that I surrendered by saying to God, show me you in an untraditional way. He walked me through the first 3 months of that year. And when I cut my hair, big things started to happen. Oh my God. Like, God, am I going to go to hell? I got to tell you about it. I got to tell you next, what are the huge things that started to happen after I cut my hair? So what I suggest to you is think about, what is it that you have been called to do, right? And it's so it just doesn't make sense, but somehow it keeps coming to your mind. It keeps orbiting your space. It may not be, your bald head, cut off your hair moment, but it's that moment when you have to take a leap and to do something. What was that thing, or what is that thing that you're finding such a challenge to do, but it won't go away? Like 2020 really taught you something, like it taught me, like it has taught many people. Some people didn't really get it, and they continue to stay in a specific mindset, but you're here. You're here. You're listening to me, so that means that there's something that resonates in you about what I said. Leave me a comment. Let me know what it is that you're drawn to. What is it that you feel kind of scared to do, but you're just about to take the leap? What happened for me is stuff started to open up that made me question a lot. Things started happening that were really real, but I couldn't explain it. So I'm going to stop now. If you want to know about that, let me know. Let me know if you want to know what were the things that started to happen to me after I cut my hair. I'll even show some pictures up here, probably, I don't know, about my hair journey, right? Because although, again, it may not be about you cutting your hair, but you're going to have a shave your head experience. It may not be literally shaving your head, but it's going to be that thing that is the moment you step out of your comfort zone into the best years of your life. So welcome to the Nest, and I'm Ruby Red Renee. So I hope that you find that this place is a nurturing environment where you can grow and transform and learn and discuss. If this has been helpful for you, please let me know and leave me a message in the description box. Leave me a thumbs up, and for all get up and get out, please subscribe to my channel. Are you listening? I hope you are. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part.